Hey guys, welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. This video is about my head-to-head analysis between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. This Sunday at Stamford Bridge under the light, Chelsea will play their last game before the international break against Nottingham Forest, who are a very stubborn team who can cause Chelsea some issues. So I will give you some analysis and let's go. Before even we go any further, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, share. Just one click away to help the channel and it will be much appreciated. The two squads are very strong. Remember, Nottingham Forest pretty much bought everybody under the sun. Some of the names that were supposed to be playing like for Chelsea, Real Madrid, they ended up by going to Nottingham Forest. For the last 2 years, they've been buying everything that moves. But they also get rid of some players, so credit to them. They have Matt Sales as goalkeeper. They have Carlos Miguel. This brother is tall, like Brazilian. He's like 7 foot or something like that. Crazy. Morato, Murielo, Nico Williams. Not the Nico Williams from Spain. This is another one. And you can see he's from Wales. Andrew Obamindele, Harry Toffolo, Alex Morero from Spain. Wow. Willy Bolly, Nikola Milekovic, Ola Ena, ex-Chelsea player. Zach, can't pronounce his last name. Ibrahim Sangare, remember, he was heavily linked with Chelsea back in the day. Elliot Anderson, Morgan Gibbs White, who was injured by the way, but apparently he's back in the team and he might play against Chelsea. Nicolas Dominguez, James Ward-Prowse, remember, the set piece specialist, is playing for Nottingham Forest at the moment. Ryan Yatt, Remo, Danilo, Perry, and Taiwo is another brother from Nigeria. Chris Wood, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Chelsea Academy graduate. Eric Da Silva Moreira, Jota Silva, Anthony Elanga from Manchester United, Ramon Sosa, Emmanuel Dennis. So as you can tell, very strong team. Chelsea, we all know the Chelsea players. The game is going to be focused more between Callum Hudson-Odoi and Chelsea new boy Jadon Sancho, because Jadon Sancho is the solution to break low blocks, and they are brothers with Callum Hudson-Odoi from the English or England national team. They've been growing together, Chelsea fans, and even one of the videos Callum Hudson-Odoi was saying back in the day, like he would like to play with Jadon Sancho at Chelsea Football Club. They play pretty much the same position, but Sancho is versatile, Callum is versatile. Back then, the dream was that Sancho were going to join Chelsea Football Club, but it never happened. Now we have Sancho, a better Sancho in a very good price. Moving on, let's now go head-to-head comparison between the two teams. Recent meetings between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. We're going to start by the bottom one. Nottingham Forest 1, Chelsea 3. That was February 1999, that long time ago. And why we went that that far away, because Nottingham Forest went to the championship for, I don't know, more than 15, 16 or 20 years in that region. So we beat them at their own stadium, 1-3 for Chelsea. And then more recently, when they came back to the Premier League, we drew January 2023, 1-1 at their own stadium. And then May 2023, we drew again at Stamford Bridge, 2-2. So we've been like cancelling each other. And then September 2023, Chelsea 0, Nottingham Forest 1 at Stamford Bridge. My friend, at Stamford Bridge, we lost 1-0. Anthony Elanga with the only goal. Callum Hudson-Odoi, back then, he was in the process of playing for Forest, so he didn't play the first game at Stamford Bridge, but he played actually the second game in the return leg at their own stadium. Callum Hudson-Odoi played, and that was May 2024. Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 3. Callum Hudson-Odoi scored, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that game in a little while. Let's see the form guide from the two teams. Nottingham Forest, in the last 5 games, they won 2 games, they drew 2 games, and they lost 1 game. For Chelsea, the last 5 games, they drew only 1 time against Crystal Palace. I'm still very angry about that game. And they won 4 times. So Chelsea, on paper, are much, much better than Nottingham Forest. So the season so far, Chelsea are 4th on the table. Nottingham Forest are 10th. Chelsea won 4 games. Nottingham only won 2 games. Chelsea drawn 1 and lost 1. Nottingham Forest drew 3 and lost 1. So there is not a big difference here if you look at it from a different perspective. When it comes to players, Cole Palmer, 6 goals. Nicholas Jackson, 4. Noni Madueke, 3. Assist, Cole Palmer, 4. Nicholas Jackson, 3. Jadon Sancho, 3. Tackles, Moises Caicedo 24, Sangare 15, Elliot Anderson 14. So you see that we are dominating them in every single aspect here, every single statistics. Pretty much Chelsea are leading. Let's now focus on this game. A crazy game last season. This year, by the way, it was April, right? It was this year, 2024, that we played them at City Ground. That is the name of their stadium. Almost 30,000 seats in that stadium. So 3 to Chelsea, 2 for Nottingham Forest. Willy Bolly scored in the 16th minute. Callum Hudson-Odoi, 74th minute. Chelsea scored by Mikhailo Mudryk, 8th minute. Raheem Sterling, 80th minute. Nicholas Jackson, 82nd minute. Yeah. What a game that was. Cole Palmer was the man of the match. Of course, it has to be Cole Palmer. Let's see some details about that vote. So he had 0 goal, but had 1 assist, 2 big chances created, 5 passes, pass completion of 83%, successful dribbles 2. Cole Palmer again. Nicholas Jackson was voted the second with like 20%. Moises Caicedo 5.7%. So you have an idea about that game, what happened the last time we played them. We beat them, of course, but it was so close. So our games against them been really, really close. So we have to be very careful. Try to make sure that we don't lose and we don't drop points. The last game before the international break, you want to go with some momentum. The last international break, you know what happened? We dropped point at home against Crystal Palace. I'm still frustrated until now because if we won that game, we were going to be with 15 points right now and top of the table. That's how crucial that game was. I always tell people it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Let's go slowly. But I just realized that we have to go for sprint every single game because we are left way behind. And then when it comes to crunch time, we can't catch up with the group on top of the race. So Chelsea need to do everything. This game is a must-win game for Chelsea. Let's now check on the table just to remind you. Liverpool 15 points. They are top of the table. Manchester City 14 points, second, plus 8 goal difference. Arsenal are third, 14 points, plus 7 goal difference. Chelsea are fourth, 13 points, plus 8 goal difference. So we are not far from the top group. We have to keep going because I'm convinced that Arsenal are going to win their game. Manchester City are going to win their game. Liverpool are going to win their game. And we have to win our games. Otherwise Aston Villa could go ahead of us. We just need to do it. This is an obligation to win. I don't want to hear anything. So listen, people, I've already made a video about my preview and predictions for the game. It's on the Green Turf YouTube channel or this channel somewhere. Just check on the list. This video was only about head-to-head analysis, but I gave more details about my lineup and my predictions for the game. I think Chelsea are gonna beat them 3-1. All the details in the other video. God bless.